historian. He can tell you that this happened, Raw number, whatever, and WrestleMania, whatever. So he was one of the main ones who was like, watch this person, watch that person, and this is what happened on this storyline, because I would watch WrestleManias and I would see these amazing matches, but I'm like, but what happened before this? So he would like tell me all the feuds that happened. He would tell me, I would tell him like, this is what I want to represent. Okay, well watch this person, watch that person. So he really speared me on that. At the Performance Center, Sarah Model's my very first coach. She taught me how to do my very first headlock. I would definitely say when I got to NXT, Nia Jax was actually someone who really reached out and helped me a lot. So ever since being on the main roster, one of my biggest mentors has actually been Becky Lynch. She's taught me so much. And Bailey was actually a mentor for me without even having to say anything. I actually just watched her from afar and learned so much from her, from how her creativity, from how she elevated women, how she treated people. So she was someone who was a leader, I think, without even trying to be a leader.
What about you, Jay? My family, like dads, uncles, grew up in the game. Didn't even know I was, what I'm saying, yeah, just watching my family was through all the generations, all the years, and now, now we're in there doing it. So,
being able to be a part of that now?
Yeah, family thing.
My wife as well, she always coaches me through life, and like her life coaching helps me handle the stuff inside of the ring. Definitely my father. I would definitely say Booker T texts me pretty much here and there all the time, but I would definitely say one of my earliest mentors, believe it or not, was because I was fortunate enough to be at the Performance Center for a little bit, but Dusty left us. And on my second tryout, I specifically remember Dusty telling me, just be yourself. And I was fortunate enough to be part of the promo class for a little bit, not promo class, but I was fortunate enough to be there for my second tryout. He was fortunate to be there for my second tryout. And that's one of the main things I was telling me, rest in history. So that's still with me pretty much the day it happened. It was my second tryout because the first one, I got the news that, hey, you speak well, but maybe you put on some size, 50 pounds in less than a year. Did the second trial, and I remember at the end, when I found that I was getting signed, I went upstairs and Dusty was introducing me to the class that he was teaching at the time. And he said, hey, I'm going to introduce you to this class, but just remember, just be yourself. And that thing is still with me today. So I've always tried to be myself, never tried to feel bad about it, no matter how many times someone told me to change. That really stood out with me, and I feel like it's led to my day. So thank God for Dusty.
I'm a little bit nervous interviewing some superstars right now, but how do you guys handle that pressure in front of thousands of fans?
You just gotta not be afraid to get embarrassed. And like, I feel like I embarrass myself all the time anyway, just because of my nature. So like, I think you just gotta like not be afraid to be embarrassed. And like, when I say not be afraid to be embarrassed, don't be afraid to try. Just try some things. You never know what's gonna work. I've always wanted to be a WWE superstar, but I never knew exactly what type of WWE superstar was going to be. And I was trying to do so many things. So don't be afraid to be embarrassed. Don't be afraid to try. People picked on me in the beginning. They thought I was crazy coming out with this crazy shiny cup and doing everything I did. But here I am now, like still doing it, still kicking it, still full-fledged, still a Triple Crown Tag Team Champion. So there you go.
That's a lot of advice, not just to be WWE superstar, but that's for life.
I feel like for me, I remember my very first really big match was in NXT TakeOver, and I was facing Shayna. And I was so scared and so nervous, and my daddy was backstage,